Hi. You just say welcome back to YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Michelle. Hey, I'm hungry. Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are doing a letter to our baby daddies. So stay tuned. I'm going to preface this by saying that we have two completely different relationships with our baby daddies. One way more functional and mine's is super dysfunctional. You fucking suck. You suck. You're a sucky ass person. And I don't even hate him. Like, I don't think I hate him. Like, if I see him, I'll talk to him or whatever. He'll call me over the phone, we'll talk. But, like, you fucking suck. Like, I'm cordial because of my son. I talk to him because of my son. Other than that, lo hubiera mandado a la verga. But I think what I would say is, like, and what I've told him is, like, you've missed out already on a lot. On a lot. And even though he tries to blame it on me and say it's my fault, it's not my fault. People make time for the things that they want to make time for. And period. Bitch. Period. All caps, period. Yeah, and it shows the fact that, like, you've put our son last. And, you know, unfortunately, like, my son has gotten the short end of the stick. And he knows it. Like, my son is well aware. Crumbs. You know? He's gotten crumbs. And it sucks. You know, it sucks. It fucking sucks. Like, it destroys me to still have to think, like, after all these years, like, my son still yearns for that fatherly love. He still looks for, like, that male role model that he doesn't have. And I think, like, as I've gotten older and I've grown up, like, I feel like I've learned to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like I've learned, like, you know, to be forgiving and give people, like, second chances and stuff. And I think, and I think specifically with him, I'm not saying I've forgiven him for myself, because I think for the things he did to me, I forgive him a long time ago. Y eso es de lo menos. I think it's about his relationship with my son. And I don't ever stop to remind, you know, my son's father, like, you could still turn this around. You could still make the best of it, you know, now that he's still young in his adolescent years, and be a good father for him. And I feel like at times I'm doing him favors because I'm like, I don't even have to tell you that. Like, I don't have to tell you shit. You know? For 13 years, I've raised Jacob all by myself. And yet, I still have to, like, he still calls me on the phone and tells me, like, why don't I tell him about parent conferences and that it's my fault that I don't invite him to stuff. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not your fucking personal secretary. To be like, oh, you know what? Jacob has a parent conference. You know what school he goes to? You know, you can Google that bitch up and be like, you know what? I want to be involved in my kid's life. I'm going to Google when back to school night is and show up. Because that's what a fucking real parent does. They will fucking go above and beyond for their kid and not blame it on the other parent and be like, oh no, it's your fault. You didn't invite me. You're a bitch. You're mean. You don't like to tell me these things. And it's funny because at the beginning of the school year, he's like, oh, when, you know, can you send me the academic calendar? Fuck you. Fuck you. Take his finger and shove it up your ass. Because yo no soy la chacha de nadie. No, I'm not doing anybody favors, and I fucking don't do him any favors. Am I cordial? Am I respectful? Yes. Do I talk shit sometimes? Yes, I do. But he fucking deserves it. Vale mierda. Y por los pinches $100 que me da for child support, a la verga también con eso. That's a month's worth of toilet paper right there. That's it. That's it. That's all it covers. So your $100, irá. Because that's what I think. Es mierda. And then be like, ay, no tengo dinero. No me alcanza. No me alcanza el dinero. Soy un pendejo, mamón. I think as I've gotten older, I also don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges. Like, I feel like I'm over it. I'm like, you know what? You don't want to give money to your son? That's on you. So I would say my relationship with my baby daddy is very different from hers. Very different.
We get along pretty well. We're cordial. And he does what he needs to do, you know. But, but,
Told you.
is it enough? No. Is it sufficient times? No. It's like, just because you answer my phone calls or my texts and you reply, the bare minimum isn't going to cut it either. I feel like when, two people separate and then, they go on with their lives, whatever it is that you decide to do, great. Whether you're happy, go be happy. I'm happy for you. But, whatever relationship you decide to get in, that's on you. And if you take on more than you can chew, that's on you. But then it sucks, like she said, sometimes your kids get the short end of the stick. So if they have another child or they have other kids, those kids get put first. Why? Because they live with them. And it's just like, we'll see about you. So then our kids just end up hearing about what they do or what they get. And not get a fucking phone call and be like, hey, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Do you want to come? Our kids also get the short end of the stick when they go visit dad and they get stuck at home doing nothing because they're too tired. For me, the bare minimum is not enough. It's like, really, get involved. You know that they have checkups. You know that they have dentist appointments. What do they need? Are they good? Are they doing good? How's school? No. And that's one thing que me caga los huevos. I don't like it either. I'm nobody's secretary. And I'm not going to keep reminding you. And I'm like, if that's how you want to do it, then go for it. I was like, and if you think the teenager, because my daughter's a teenager, she's 12, she's going to go and be like, hey, dad, X, Y, and Z, and I need this and I need that. No. Because their job is not to fucking let you know what the fuck is that they need. As parents, we should know what they need.
We should figure out what they need.
Not fucking expect for the teenager to be like, I need this, and be like, well, they didn't say anything. Okay, well, we're just gonna leave it at that. And that's not how it fucking works. For me, lately it's been the bare minimum, and I do not like it at all. I don't get calls to be like, if I don't call him, he won't call me. At all. I don't get calls to be like, how's she doing? Does she need anything? Are you good? If I don't tell him, he won't do it. So I'm just like, nah. Nope. Like, nah. To me, that's some bullshit. Like the way we said, priorities. Bitch, I'm tired too. I'm the one that has to deal with it. You don't. Unless I call you, then yeah. But aside from that, I'm not getting no phone calls. And I'm not getting text messages either. Regardless of your relationship, that has nothing to do with it. My relationship with my baby's daddy is strictly my daughter. And if other people want to see otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, just because we get along and we're cordial, that doesn't mean the bare minimum is okay. Because it's not. Stop doing the fucking bare minimum. Step that bitch up. I don't give a fuck what you have to do. Because as a mom, at the end of the day, we know what the fuck we got to do. Yep. Because the way I say it, I'm like, bitch, if I weren't here, you would have to figure it out on your own. Duh.
Si me muero mañana, hello.
Somebody.
What's gonna happen to the kid? Hello.
Yeah. They're gonna fucking act like the house is burning down. So since we've been dealing with our baby daddies for quite some time, we want to share some
10 plus years.
I'm going on like...
Well, I have had a baby daddy for 10 plus years. Because we've been broken up since Jacob's been a baby.
Mine's is going on maybe like close to 3 years, shortly after my divorce. And let me tell you, I've learned a lot. And I've cried a lot, too. So...
Because it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And anybody who's a mother understands, especially if you're a single mother, understands, like, you have to do everything and some. And so I think, like, there's some lessons that we learn that I think will make your life a little bit easier and not allow for the other parent to either step all over you or just manipulate you into doing things, because it doesn't have to be that way. So we're going to share some of the things that have worked for us. So one of the tips is stand your ground. If you are firm that you need X day off, put your foot down and be like, no, I don't care if you're fucking having to walk down the Bermuda. That's on you. Figure it out.
Or you need them to pick up the kid because you have something else to do. Figure it out. You need to leave work? Then fucking do what you gotta do. But stand your ground. Because we're really quick to be like, fuck, I'll do it. Because, you know, they start to nah, you know. Be like, nope.
Have them find another family member who can do it. Because that's what we do. Oh, let me talk to my sister. Oh, let me talk to the tia. No, let them figure their shit out.
Another tip would be, don't make it easy for them. Give them the information that they need and let them take it from there. Take them to the dentist. Oh, here's the information. Make an appointment. They need doctor. Here, call. Make the appointment. Take the day off. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. So no, let them figure it out. You don't know how to wash clothes? YouTube that bitch. Boom. You don't know how to cook? Figure it out.
Google booms. Martha Stewart that bitch.
Booms.
Another tip. Let go of the control. I think for a lot of us women, I think it's easier just to kind of control everything and be like, I'll do this. I like how I do that. I want to make sure that my kid is safe. I want to make sure that my kid is taken care of all the time. And that's really important, right? The safety of our kid, the health, making sure that they're taken care of. But I think sometimes you have to just let go of the reins and be like, let them do it. Let them do it. And
to their manera.
Yeah.
You know, we might not always like it or agree with it, but that's how they're going to learn. They're going to learn to do it their way, which is not always going to be our way. Mm-mm. But as long as their way...
And we might cringe a little bit and be like... but...
And spasm a little here and there, pero...
Let them do it.
Yes.
Let them do it. Next tip. Hold them accountable. As much as possible. You know? You said you were going to pick up little Joshua... tomorrow at 4 p.m. and it's now 5 o'clock with the fix.
Yep.
You know? Unfortunately, a lot of us have to go through court to figure this shit out, but you know, you need to do what you need to do.
But no, I think holding them accountable is crucial. Be like, nah, bitch, don't make promises you can't keep.
Because you let one thing slide, and then it's 2 things, and then it's 3 things, and then before you know it, they're just walking all over you.
It's a fucking slip and slide.
Yeah, they're walking all over you, and they're just like, I thought you were gonna do it. Last tip: be respectful and have boundaries. Don't let these fuckers walk all over you. You know. Obviously, not all men are the same. I'm sure there's amazing, great dads. If you do, I'm happy for you. That's great. I think that's all of our goals is to have. But you know, some people don't have their shit together. And this isn't even about me. This isn't even about you. This is about the kids. And despite whatever, at the end of the day, when the kids grow up and the kids become adults, you're going to see exactly the type of relationship you have with them.
Yep. So when they're distant and they're not answering your calls or they have no interest to fucking be around you, because that all comes down to the fucking effort you put in to fucking be around them. Get to that to be like, how was your day? Great? Amazing. I'm glad you're doing great. You know, get to that to send a text, get to that to do a little phone call, get to that to come for an hour. Yeah, you probably can't do all day. What does it take? You know, and that's something that they don't really think about like the way we do. Like, nah. When you see them hurt and distraught, that's not something we could give them because that's something that they're expecting from their dads. And that's the hard part. Like, we can't give them that. We could be there for them, but it's just like, you're hurting them and we see it. They don't see it. We see it.
At the end of the day, I think what it's going to come down to, like, the kids are going to grow up one day. Our kids are, like, they'll be adults before we know it. Jacob's 13. He'll be 18 in 5 years. Danica's 12. She'll be 18 in 6 years. Like, they're going to be adults before they know it, and they're not going to need us anymore. They will need us, but not in the same way that they need us now, right, to navigate everyday life. All of that's going to be gone before we know it, and when they grow up, they're going to act with you the way you've acted with them their whole life. So if you're wondering why your kid is distant or they don't give a fuck about you or they don't even bother to call you, then you should take a deeper look and reflect on the way you were as a parent. If you're a shitty parent, then you should expect that in return from your kid, for them to act shitty with you. Because that's what they've learned.
They're like, hey, little Juan, how was school? Did you eat today? Did your mom cook for you? Do you have clean clothes? Do you need anything? You know?
Even if it's it's not every day, because I don't even think it has to be every day. Fuck, check in with them a few times a week.
Fucking I love you. Yeah. I can't wait to see you.
Good night, baby.
Yes.
I was thinking about you today. I hope you had a good day. Good night. I love you.
Simple shit que cuesta nada.
You know, and if you want to be an irresponsible parent, then let that shit stay on your conscience. That's what I tell him all the time. Let that be on your conscience. Because maybe when you're fucking old and gray one day and you're in a fucking old person's home y no te viene a visitar, and you're gonna fucking die miserable there because you're like, I didn't give a fuck as a parent. Well, there you go. Sas, que te vaya bien. You know, moral of the story, let that shit be on your conscience. Because I know the type of parent I am.
You see?
And I will fucking fight tooth and nail. I will end up behind bars. God forbid, I don't do everything for my son to have the best life possible. That I only hope to raise a healthy, emotionally healthy child.
That doesn't need a lot of therapy.
Exactly.
Just a little bit of therapy.
A little therapy.
Not a lot. That concludes our TED Talk. Thank you.
When you take the trash out, people don't go back and check on it. So you leave the trash taken out, and that's how I see my relationship with him.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed us sharing our stories about our baby daddies. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let us know your stories. Good, bad, in between. Maybe you don't have one. Maybe you're really considering it because you're trying to choose the right one. Let us know. Thanks, guys. Bye.